You know, the wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. Seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. So I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Post on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm with you on the show this afternoon. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and SPEEDy Post is that space where we bring you social media moments. We take some posts or trends, just something that happens on social media, and then we bring it here to you and try to analyze it and also get to your views and opinions on the story. Now, today we are going to be talking about something that did trend online last week. In fact, it even got into this week, and it started from a lady posting that she and her fiancé have been making marriage plans. They have been engaged and they were planning for the wedding and all of that. And somehow in the line, she suggested that, okay, they should start moving maybe some things. It's not everything that they have to leave at home and wait for the wedding day. They can move some things to the house, and so that immediately after the wedding, it will be easier for them to just maybe move the rest of the stuff to her house. And the fiancé, the man was like, how do you mean we are moving it to your house? When we get married, you're moving to my house. Like, it's the woman that is moving to the man's house to stay. And she was like, okay, but my house is bigger than yours. I stay in a 4-bedroom flat, and then your house is a 1-bedroom flat. So how do you mean we'll move to your house after the marriage? And the man was like, okay, well, how it has been, and traditionally plus everything, it's the man's house that the woman is supposed to move to after the marriage. And because of that, their marriage has been delayed, and they have been going back and forth, like, okay, until they make up their mind, and he has said until she makes up her mind, that she's moving to his house after the wedding, that is when they can go forward with the wedding plans, just like they have been planning and all of that. And she has been insistent, like, is it not a basic thing, or is it not a common thing that okay, the bigger house is where the couple gets to stay after the marriage, maybe until they are able to build a house together? And she brought that online, so it has been sparking reactions. I think someone else even made another post saying that Nigeria is the first place that someone would say that if your wife was living in a 4-bedroom flat before marriage, and when you get married to her, she should leave that 4-bedroom flat and then go and live with you in your 1-bedroom flat. And people in the comments, as usual, and apart from comments, there were other posts that were replying to it. But basically, some people were saying, yes, it's right that, or it's only normal that after the wedding, the couple will move to who has the bigger house, who has like the more comfortable house. And some people were saying it's not right for a man to go and live in a woman's house. Even if that house is the bigger one, it's not right. And people were saying things like, if you go and live in a woman's house, somehow, later in the future, things will arise and she might start saying, okay, you are even in my house and everything like that. And some people were against it, other people were for it. Like, it's okay to go and live in your wife's house, and there's nothing wrong with that. So with this story, I'm sure some of you might have seen it somewhere and all of that, but be careful not to mention anyone's names. We just want to talk about it and also get your own opinions on this issue. So do you think it's okay for a man to go live at his wife's house after the wedding? Do you think it's okay for a man to go live at his wife's house after the marriage? Now, you can call in right now to be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Do you think it's okay for the man to come and meet his wife, like to come and live at her house, after the marriage, simply because, okay, her house is bigger and all of that? Do you think it's okay? Do you agree with it? Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, ma.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Barnabas from North Bank.
All right, welcome to the show, Barnabas. So what do you think?
Let me just say, today's topic is very, very interesting to just listen. Yes.
Okay.
Just say today's topic, it will encourage us that we men that we have not married yet. So for me, I would have just said, if let me just say, if I build a thatch house, let me just put it in that way. If I build a thatch house, if I'm sleeping inside a thatch house, and I get married to a lady who is sleeping under the upstairs. Let me just say under the stairs.
Yes.
It is my right.
Okay.
I don't have money to build that house. So what I'm just staying in. So you have to come there and stay with me. Okay. Because if I go and stay to your house, is it you that you pay my bride price?
Okay.
For me, for my own little understanding, I can't do such a thing. Okay. Yes, because I paid your bride price. So if I'm sleeping in the house, you can't live there with me. Okay. Oh, let me just say, I can't do that. That is for my own. Yes, from my own side, I can't do that. Okay. Yes, because it is me that I pay your bride price. You didn't pay my bride price. Okay. So that is it. Thank you so much, Barnabas, for calling in to be part of this conversation. Barnabas has said that he thinks it is not okay because the man is the one who paid the bride price, and he's given that example directly to himself. Like, if he's the one that pays bride price, then he is not expecting, the lady to be refusing to come and stay at his own house. Even if her house is better, then she should be willing to stay wherever he is. Even if it's a thatch house that he was in, then she should be willing to leave her mansion or the upstairs, like he called it, and then move into his own thatch house. But how do you say it? Are you on the same line? Do you think it's wrong for the man to actually move into the lady's house
after the marriage? Do you think it's wrong, or do you think it's okay for the man to move into his wife's house after the marriage? And if you have just joined us, this is Speedy Post on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And today we are talking about the story of a lady who came out and said, well, her marriage is being delayed because her husband is refusing to, move in with her after their wedding, even though she has a bigger house. Her house is a 4-bedroom flat, and then her husband's house is a 1-bedroom flat, or husband to be, because the marriage did not hold, is 1-bedroom flat. And then he refused that after this wedding, you're moving to my house and I don't have to move to your house simply because that place is more comfortable. And then when she brought it online, there have been different opinions. Someone even made a post and said Nigeria is the first place that he has seen something like this, where people will say, okay, if your wife was living in a 4-bedroom flat, then after the marriage she should move and go and stay with you in your 1-bedroom flat. So people in the comments were saying it's wrong for a man to move into a lady's house no matter what. You cannot move in and go and be staying with your wife in her house, because it's just not okay. Someone actually said that it's just not okay. And some people are saying if it's not pride, it's because men have pride. That is why they are saying that. And there is nothing wrong with moving into your wife's house after the marriage. So let's hear from you this afternoon. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is it wrong, or is it okay for a man to actually move into his wife's house after the marriage, especially if the wife's house is actually bigger than the house that he was in? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's wrong? As a man, as a woman, do you think that's okay? Is that something that you personally would do? So far we have heard from Barnabas, and he is saying as the man is the payer of the buy price, then the lady should be willing to move in with him no matter where. Even if it's a touch house, then she should be willing to leave her mansion or wherever she is and move him within. So what is your opinion? What do you think about this whole story, this whole situation? Do you think it's wrong for a man to actually move in and then stay with the lady, his wife, at her house after the marriage? Call in and share with us your opinion. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Chair Emmanuel from Ghetto Villa.
Okay, welcome to the show, Emmanuel. So let us hear from you. What do you think?
I will not allow my wife
You speak up louder, please.
Okay. I can't go to my wife's house. Whether I'm staying in a touch house like that man just said. If the one don't want to come and stay with me, let her join hands with me so that we can to another house.
Okay.
The one that is bigger than that one.
So you'll be willing to delay like your wedding and wait till you build a bigger house so you can both stay there?
Yes, so that we can go stay in my house.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for calling in to share that. Emmanuel is saying that he would not be able to move in and go and stay in his wife's house, and maybe people should be attaching reasons like why. Do you feel like maybe that is something that is present for your pride as a man, or what is actually wrong with it? If you think it's wrong, if you think it's not okay, then why is it wrong, or why do you think that it's not okay? Let us hear that from you. And like I said, Emmanuel is saying, okay, if the wife is not willing to come and stay with him because her house is bigger, then they should actually delay the marriage until both of them are able to join hands together and live and build a house, a bigger house that it can be convenient for both of them, instead of him moving into her house. So what do you think? Is it wrong for a man to move into his wife's house after the marriage because the wife's house is bigger than his? Do you think it's wrong, or do you think it's okay? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is it okay for a man to move into his wife's house after the marriage if the wife's house is bigger than the house that he has to his name and the house that he owns. Now, the normal way it has been, or how it has always been, is that after the wedding, after the marriage, it's the lady that will move into the man's house. But what if the lady's house, her own personal house, is bigger, more convenient? Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Mr. David Ikodo, calling from Mandiansa.
Okay, welcome to the show, Mr. David. So let's hear.
In this matter. Sometimes maybe either the girl owns the house before the marriage, or maybe along the line, the parents donated this house to her before the marriage. There is no anything bad in the house.
There's no anything bad in what?
There is no anything bad a man passing to the woman's house. If just to make sure they are comfortable before they will build their house, there is nothing bad in that. If you are going into the place, just for you to settle and build a standard house, there is nothing bad in that. So,
okay, all right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. Now, David is saying that there is nothing wrong with that. We have heard from other callers who said they think that it's wrong, for the man to actually move into the wife's house after the marriage, even if her house is bigger and more comfortable. And this our last caller is saying that he thinks that there is nothing wrong, in the man moving into the wife's house, after the wedding, after the marriage, because they can stay there and just settle for the while, and then going forward they can build a house that they will stay together. So there's actually nothing wrong, in moving into the wife's house instead of his after the marriage. So what do you think? What are your own opinions? What do you have to say? If you think it's wrong, why is it wrong? Some people were talking about the man's pride, as a man you're not supposed to do this, and some people are saying that no matter what, if you move into a woman's house, then one day she'll be saying, hey, you're in my house, this and that. Hello. Okay, maybe we position and then you can call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Do you think it's okay or is it wrong? Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah,
I'm Philip calling from Ghana.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
For me, I don't think there is nothing wrong in that. Because
Okay.
if there is unity or if there is genuine love, there's nothing wrong in that. You can stay.
Okay.
So that is my contribution.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that. I like how he went ahead to just give one thing, he made his points clear. He said, as long as there is unity, then there is nothing wrong in that. Like wrong with the man going to live with his wife after the marriage, as long as both are on the same page, then there is nothing wrong with that. But people in the comments there, and some people even made other posts like saying, if you go and stay in a woman's house, the kind of insults you'll be getting. Is it true? If has anybody done that, and was that the case? Hello.
Hi.
Yes, good afternoon.
Afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Comrade Bedo.
Okay.
Abar.
Calling
from Norbank.
Welcome to the show. So what do you think?
It is not possible. Everything has a definition.
Okay.
Marriage has definition. And the definition of marriage, everyone God created Adam. He brought in Eve. Where Adam was.
Okay.
Not that. He created Eve somewhere and then decided to take Adam to that place. So marriage has a definite definition that one has to follow. If you go contrary to that definition, you have problems some other time. So for me,
okay,
if I'm marrying you and I have a touch house or or I'm sleeping in the kitchen.
Okay.
I think we'll have to know ourselves before marrying ourselves. So you are said to stay in my kitchen before any other person.
Okay.
I can't go to stay in a woman's house at the cost of marriage.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. Now, we just heard from him, and he is saying that some things should just be left the way that they are. And he even gave reference to Adam and Eve. It was Eve that they brought to meet Adam and not the other way around. So it should remain that it's the woman they are bringing to meet the man in his house, not the other way around. What do you think? Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I am Mr. Adams, the radio friend from North Bank.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Adams. So what do you think?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a man choosing to go and stay in his wife's house. What is there is both the spouses should swallow their pride and then humble themselves and forget about the society, but then stay happily and move on. That is just it. What other people are saying that maybe you will be mocked by the society or the woman is because the pride in them will make them to feel that, okay, I am more than my husband, or my husband is more than I do. But if all swallow their pride and then humble themselves the way the Lord started, I believe there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, because they say a great man is from the wife. Before you become great, you must have a good wife.
Okay.
And a good wife is a second mother to the husband. And so if you consider your wife the second mother, then what is wrong about staying in her house, spending when you'll be greater, and then build your one house and then stay there? I think there's nothing wrong. That's my reason.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Adams, for calling in to be part of the show today. We heard Mr. Adams, and he says there is nothing wrong with the man moving into the wife's house after the wedding, pending when he would also, build a house, or they can actually build a house together. And the only issue that he sees that may arise there is when there is pride, like maybe the woman is not humble and then feeling like, okay, I am more than my husband because he's coming to stay with me in my house and all of that. And maybe there's fear of, okay, the society will mock. But one thing he also mentioned is only when the wife is giving room for it, and then maybe being proud about it, like, okay, or maybe insulting, using it to rub the husband in the face. That situation, that is the only way that society will also be able to mock him. But what do you think? That's one of the things that we also saw in that comment section. I also saw, and if you saw, those posts, because there were a lot of them that were talking about that particular issue. So if you saw those posts and under the comments, there were people who were saying, you want to stay in a woman's house, let a woman rub it in your face every day. They'll say, okay, well, this is my house. They can even ask you to pack your bags one day. But I don't know how true that is. If you have done it, or if you're someone that's staying in your wife's house, is that the way that it's going? Or have you experienced, or maybe has someone close to you experienced something like that? But then in general, do you think it's okay for the man to move to the wife's house after the marriage because her house is more convenient, is more bigger and all of that? Do you think it's okay, or do you think it's wrong? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show, Mr. Bello Musa. So what do you think?
I think for me, I think that will make me lazy, because if I'm comfortable, I will not be able to build my own. If I build my own, I will be there. So if I'm comfortable there, it will make me lazy not to build my own.
That's if you're comfortable in your wife's house.
Yes, I may be maybe I will not be able to make more effort to do my own. It's better either or I pay her rent, so that she will know I'm not staying free. Because I witness.
It's better for you to be paying her rent so that she will know that it's not for free.
Her rent, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I witnessed one of my neighbors. He married like that. when they get a misunderstanding.
Could you speak up louder? Your voice is fading.
So it outside, I say she should pass. So if it's very rent, I think my money is not expired, so I will not go. Anyway, they go, because I go to rent, I will not. So I stay like that. One day, because misunderstanding must be. She is lazy like that.
Okay.
She is lazy, so if you are parent, at least she will know, yes.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share your opinion with us. We just heard from Mr. Bello Musa, and so far I've not seen, I did not see this comment, and it's actually surprising because my head did not even go to anything like this. Now, he is saying that if he has to stay in his wife, first he said that staying in his wife's house will make him too comfortable, and he will not have, he will not have that morale to be building his own house. And also, if he has to stay in her house, then he must be paying rent to the wife. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Solomon from Northern. From
Welcome to the show, Solomon. So, what do you think?
In me, I'll say my own. Why you say if I go marry a wife, not even at a thatch house, if I be in rent, where they rent, have a mansion, not even 2-4 bedroom or 100 bedroom is their own, not my own.
Okay.
Anything make us do a wedding today. You pack that my rented until the day that me I will get my own money. Then we'll stay.
Okay.
But for me, no person will say I don't see any need in that, this and that. There's a much implication in that.
What's the implication? Like what?
Tomorrow you may do a work that you are not supposed to do in the name of you are living in the woman's house.
Okay, which kind of work?
For me,
which kind of work?
Maybe any woman will be the house pass get money pass. May say, okay, daddy, I'm going to work. The place I will cook yesterday help me and wash those into what?
Okay.
Or maybe a stranger come, you order your wife to go and cook, your wife will meet this car. Big. I said no. So me, nothing will make.
Okay.
If you can't come and stay where I'm staying, make the marriage apart.
Okay.
Why do they finish? Woman, do they finish?
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. Now, he is saying that there is always complications. There's no way if it's a thatch house that he's staying in, the wife must be willing to come and stay there as well. Because, staying in your wife's house, he sees it as something that will bring disrespect over time, and then maybe your wife will start looking down on you, and you can hear it from his wife, from his mouth, him saying that, you start doing work that you're not supposed to do. Maybe your wife is start asking you to wash plate. I don't think, okay, that's his opinion. And then also maybe you start sending your wife maybe to do some errands and all of that, and then she will say no, she cannot do it simply because you're the one in her house. But what do you think? And I was talking about our previous caller who said if he has to stay in her house, then he would be paying rent to her, like, so that no disrespect or anything, like leave my house and all of that, because she would know at the back of her mind that, okay, he's also paying for the house, so it will not be free. Nothing like you were in my house or anything like that. No drugs, no issues, no complications, and all. To avoid it, he would have to pay rent. But what do you think, though? If you have just joined us, this is Speedy Post on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we are talking about a lady who came out online and then said, she and her fiance were supposed to actually get married, and somehow they were having a conversation, and she said to him, like, okay, let's start moving some things, like some of your things, so that we must not wait till after the wedding. It will be too difficult to actually move everything. There will be too much things to move after the wedding, so we can actually start now and then move them to my house, so we don't have to go all the way and bring too many things like that after the wedding. And then he was like, what do you mean bring my own things to your house after the wedding? And she was like, okay, she just assumed that since her house is bigger, and she stays in a 4-bedroom flat, since her house is bigger, she just assumed that, okay, he just knew that, okay, after the wedding, after the marriage, they were moving to her house because it's more convenient, and he's only staying in a 1-bedroom apartment. And she just assumed, and he was like, no way he is moving to a woman's house after the marriage, like after the wedding. He is not moving to her house. And then she brought it online and was like, this is the reason why her wedding has been delayed and all of that, because the man thinks that there is no way he is moving into her house after the wedding. And then there are people who made posts about it, a lot of comments, other posts that were stating that someone said it's only in Nigeria that he has seen where a man with 1-bedroom flat would marry a woman that owns a 4-bedroom flat and will be expecting her to leave that her 4-bedroom flat and come and live with him instead of the other way around. And that is the post that actually made the whole story go viral. And then we have seen other posts from that saying that as long as you move in as a man, if you move into your wife's house, then you have failed. Some people saying it's because of men and pride, like if you move into your wife's house, then your pride is no longer there and they will step on you, this and that, it's wrong. And some people even mention tradition and all of that. And that is why we have brought it to your face, like to your table. So the matter is on your table now. Let us hear your opinion. Do you think it's okay for a man to actually move into his wife's house after the marriage if her apartment, like if her house is more convenient, is bigger, do you think it's okay or do you think it's wrong? Call in and let us hear your opinion. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear your opinion. This is SPEEDy Post, and tell us if you think it's okay or it's wrong for a man to actually move into the woman's house after the marriage. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, this is August Michael from Jadivilla.
Welcome to the show, Michael. So what do you think?
I think me by moving into wife's house is not a bad thing, because if a lady...
Hello? Okay. We cannot hear you anymore. Maybe we position and then try to call us back again quickly before we go. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Kula from North Bank.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So what do you think?
If it is issue of marriage, at least since she knows me with that one room and she agreed to marry me, I don't think there is any other thing that will make us pack to go to any
Could you speak up louder?
Are you getting me now?
Yes, go on.
Since she agreed to marry me, when I am just in that one room, so I think there's nothing to make me go to her own house. We should manage where is good for us. Yeah, that is my own.
Okay, she just manage that one with you and no need of moving to her own house.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, if your parents now are opportune to visit you, it will be so difficult that we are going to this woman's house, not our son's house. So I think it's better we manage the little one with us.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. Now, we just heard him, and he is saying that as long as a woman has agreed to marry you, then you have no business. That means you should be willing to accept the house too. If she's agreeing to marry you, that means she's accepting you, for who you are and all of that. Then accepting to stay in your own house should not be a problem at all. And he mentioned, what if your parents are coming to visit? Would they be going to the lady's house to go and visit? Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Yeah.
I am Nino calling from International Market.
Welcome to the show. So what do you think?
Yeah, if it is woman that if it is that lady that is marrying me, I will pack to her house. If I am the one paying her bride price, I will never pack to her house.
Okay.
The same way I'm saying, because there's no need of me packing my luggage to her own apartment, and then somewhere along the line, somebody will say, okay, this woman had married one young man or one old keeping in her own house, and then at the end of the day, something will go wrong somewhere, and then along the line, I'll be asked to pack and leave my house. After you are staying in my house, and then you are not obeying my rules.
Okay.
So there's no need. There's no need of me packing to her house. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. So Ginogo is saying that as long as he's the one that paid the bride price, then he cannot pack to the woman's house, because maybe in the line now problems will come and you say you are not obeying my rules, you are in my house and this and that, or you must say pack out. But now there's also one thing, and by the way, why are ladies not calling? We also want to hear from you ladies. What do you think? Do you think it's okay? Are you someone that will actually accept a man to actually move into your house after the marriage? Would you see that as okay, bringing your husband down? Are you someone who already does that? Call in, ladies, and let us also hear from you. And now everyone keeps saying that what if there's problems and she says you should pack, but women move in with men and there'll be problem, and some people say like they should pack out, and that has been happening for some people. Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Okay, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I was saying, no, there's some things that we need to key all the pride that we have to do the needful. You understand? So if you marry your wife and you feel like her place is more convenient, I don't think it's a big deal. It's a big deal for a man moving in her place. You understand? It's not a big deal. Even though you stay with her, but you still keep your place.
Okay.
You understand? Because you can marry a wife, you still have two houses. You understand? So there's no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. We heard him, and he is saying there is no big deal as long as you both, drop your pride and all of that. Because if her place is more convenient, what is the big deal of moving to actually stay there with her, pending when you're able to maybe get something better? Plus, you can still have the two houses, and they are both houses like belong to you both. And I was saying something earlier, like women move in with men after the marriage, and we still hear those stories of pack and leave my house, this has happened, that one has happened. So does it mean that the women that are moving in to stay there, knowing fully well that the man can say this is my house and you can move, does it mean they are not thinking straight? Or why is it a different thing? Or why are men so scared of something that they dish out? But that's a question for the men to answer. And I'm also encouraging like ladies to call in and tell with us, would you find it, would that be okay to you? Like if you're getting married to a man and then he's supposed to, would you want him to move to your house? Maybe if you have a bigger house, it's more convenient. Do you think that's okay? Hello,
good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Favor. I'm calling from North Bank.
Welcome to the show, Favor. So let's hear what you think.
To me, I think it's okay for my husband to move into my house. Just like the way the other caller said, it's only when I give room for more cars and any talk that you get to do. So I don't think there's anything wrong with him moving to my house. Okay.
Oh, okay. People left quickly, but then we got her main point. She says she doesn't think there is any issue, with that. We have heard from a lady finally, and she is saying that she doesn't find any issue with that. It's actually okay. And the only way that maybe society will be mocking that husband is when the lady is actually giving room for that, like giving the chance. Maybe if she start disrespecting him and all of that, then other people outside too will start looking like it's okay to disrespect him. He's not man enough and he had to come and stay with a lady and all of that. Well, at this point, we'll be coming to the end of the show for today. We have been talking about a post on social media where a lady came out and said her marriage has been delayed because her husband to be refused to actually move to her house after they get married, simply because he feels like he's the man and all of that. And why she is insisting that he moves into her own house is because her house is bigger. She has a 4-bedroom apartment, and then he has a 1-bedroom apartment, and she just assumed that is what will happen, like he would just move into her house since her own house is bigger. But then he said no, and then he has been also insisting that until she makes up her mind, that is when they can go through with the wedding. And other posts came out from there. Some people made posts saying that it's only in Nigeria social media that you can see things like this. How would you expect a woman that was living in a mansion to move in and go and stay with you in your 1-bedroom apartment, this and that? And what we have heard from a lot of people, even on here, and still the arguments continue, because some people, some of our callers are saying it's okay, other people are saying it's not okay. Some people are saying it to bring insult, disrespect, and all of that. And some people are saying it's about understanding, it's about keeping your pride down, and all of that. So at the end of the day, truly, it's about understanding. So make sure you understand your partners, understand who you're dealing with, because, well, if you don't and you just make assumptions, you might end up in, that same situation. And I've been with you on Speedy Post. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. Also, coming up next at 3:55 p.m. if today is your birthday, then Speedy Kids are going to be wishing you a happy birthday. And also up next after that at 4 p.m. the Speed Lane comes on right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Keep your dial locked in and keep enjoying music of your life.
Do you have a business, an organization, or you want